Welcome to our second hour of HSN Today. This is our gorgeous today's special from Bali Designs. This is real gemstone, real sterling silver, and real gold accent for $109. The appraised value, $240. We've got all of these gorgeous gemstones that you're seeing before you. You don't have to choose. At $109, you really can get two different gemstones, layer them up. That beautiful citrine is gorgeous gold. Amethyst, which is the most stunning purple that you could imagine, because Robert Manse with Bali Designs doesn't do anything second rate. Look at the beautiful sky blue color of that blue topaz. We also have black spinel, which is very rare to be able to find in such a gorgeous sterling silver and gold bangle. And this is a very special type of cuff. It has his proprietary hinge. There you can see our model Mackenzie is modeling it and how beautiful it is. What we don't see in any of the other hinged cuffs that we have is 3 different sizes. So if you have a smaller wrist, I actually have a pretty petite wrist for someone who's 5'8", and I usually can't wear cuffs. This does come in a petite size, which will fit a 6-inch wrist. Look at that. So it just hugs right where it's supposed to, but it easily comes right off. When I was talking about not having to choose between the colors, I encourage you to layer them up. I've got both of the topazes here. There's the white topaz and there's the blue topaz, and how stunning. What you see here is actually handcrafted cobblestone design. And Robert Manse, who's been with us for 9 years creating these gorgeous cuffs and all of the other coordinating pieces, works with a family of artisans there that has handed down the sort of the tradition of how to do this amazing craftsmanship from generation to generation. And Kyle, I don't know if we have time to run a little bit of that video. It's so fascinating how it actually has all sort of come to pass. So Bali Designs by Robert Manse, he's got such incredible style, and there it is. Those are the cobblestones, the stones, the river stones that are actually called Batu, which is the name of this cuff. That means river stone. Those are the river stones in Bali, and there's the artisan hand designing the cobblestone design that goes all around the beautiful cuff. Actually, on the outside it's cobblestone. You can see him delicately showing where the gorgeous gemstone would be in your choice of blue topaz, citrine, white topaz, rose quartz today for the first time. Handcrafted. They're actually making a wax model there, and it's cobblestone on the outside, and then the beautiful waves of the river on the inside. Handcrafted for $109. In fact, you can get it home on 5 flex today, $21.99, and we'll ship it to you for free. You're just gonna choose your color. There you can see how beautiful it is. I can't see close. She's got it in 2 different colors. It looks like maybe the blue topaz and the amethyst. What color is that? I can't quite see on the monitor. Citrine? Yeah, citrine with that gorgeous golden. We have it in white topaz, which looks like diamond, rose quartz for the very first time. And this rose actually looks like morganite. It's so pretty. Labradorite, completely sold out. Amethyst and black spinel. And Kyle, you were just telling me which one will be the next to go. Rose quartz will be next to go. Oh, only 30 left. I'm gonna try to take a peek here so I can show you all of the different ones. There we go. There's the white, white topaz, black spinel. Is that the pink quartz? Oh, look at that, beautiful. There's the amethyst. I'm having to turn around a little bit. Blue topaz, and there's the citrine. So I encourage you to layer these up. You can layer them with any other bangles that you have, any other sterling silver pieces that you have. And when you choose just the right size, it will lay so beautifully on your wrist. You never have to worry about it opening up. That patented, or the proprietary hinge will stay, and yet it opens so easily and smoothly. I was watching Robert's presentation with Colleen. He said, we have never, ever had a complaint about our hinge, never a return because of a broken hinge. There we're showing you the sizes. So the sizes, petite, small, if you have up to a 6-inch wrist. Small, medium is, where does it say, 6.5-inch wrist? 6 to 6.5, and then medium is 6 3/4, 7 1/4. It looks a little bit different than what I see. Okay. Anyway, you will, if you've ever purchased one of his cuffs before, you'll be really happy. Colleen was actually wearing the medium. Most of you will be a small medium if you have sort of an average size wrist. If you're a little larger than average, you're just gonna choose the large. And if you have a little bit of a smaller than average, I'm so glad that he included so many of us in this opportunity to be able to get that home. But if you want the pink, what is it? Pink rose quartz. Thank you. I was getting it out. I was out of my mind. I want to call it morganite. It's so beautiful. If you want the rose quartz, you need to be very quick and get that this morning. We do have coordinating rings and coordinating earrings as well. The rings are actually a 3-piece set that you can wear